Good day, viewers. Welcome to the 122nd episode of Erongo Talk. I'm Otis, your host, joining you from the Namibia Tourism Expo in Walt. Today we celebrate Job Action Day and bring you the news, entertainment news, weather, tides, and information about some upcoming events. We also feature an interview with the Joburg-based band Rubber Duc, with whom we caught up here at the expo. Our loyal viewers can still win their share of accommodation vouchers for the Namibia Tourism Expo being given away by Namibia Media Holdings. All you need to do is answer the pop-up question during our show. Vouchers are redeemable at any accommodation stand at the expo up to the 7th of November. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a moment. In today's news segment, an estimated 150 youth demonstrated against election corruption and poor service delivery by the Walvis Bay municipality. The demonstration was organized by Knowledge Ipinge, Urban Constituency Councillor for Walvis Bay, who has been very vocal about $24 million that has apparently went missing from the massive urban land servicing project. The demonstrators demanded that the municipality stop abusing public funds and that the responsible parties at the municipality be internally charged and removed from their positions with immediate effect. Ipinge said that the protesters want the municipality to be people-centric, corruption-free and accessible, as well as directed towards creation of jobs and provision of quality service to all residents. He urged everyone with relevant information to come forward and assist in the name of transparency and to clear the municipality's name. The protesters also want all municipal agreements, especially related to land and housing deals over the past years, to be made public and accessible to all residents in a bid to improve service delivery and fight corruption in the municipality. En nou voor some entertainment vibes. Daar heers groot opgewondenheid onder deelnemers van Republikeinse bruidspaar van die jaarkompetisie wat Saterdag tydens die NTE om die titel gaan meeding. 3 paartjies van Swakopmund het ingeskryf en hulle liefdesverhale met ons lesers gedeel. Om te hoor hoe hierdie paartjies ontmoet het en eintlik voor die kansel beland het, gaan kuier gerus op ons webwerf www.erongo.com.na. And then, 1 gentleman and 3 young ladies were crowned as Mr. and Miss Ace Models Namibia Coast title winners at the Rustic Pearl in Walvis Bay recently. 21 contestants competed in 4 junior, preteen, teen and senior categories. And then the second edition of TEDx Swakopmund takes place at the Dome on the 7th of November and features a variety of local and international speakers, including Brand van West, Harrison Msimuku, Rowan van Dijk, Lucinda Harman, Granny B007, Popieni Kaguguena, Gustav Gous and Gideon Nasolowski. They will share their knowledge and expertise on this year's theme of Business Unusual, Life in the New Normal. The event also features TEDx, TED Talk videos, original speakers and music. According to Van West, who is the front runner and license holder for the TEDx event, his company, Scribing Dynamics Publishing, receives more than 300 requests from speakers, artists, authors and trainers to take part and speak at the TEDx Swakopmund every year. And then there's also plenty of fun awaiting rock climbing enthusiasts at a day on the rocks slated for the 7th of November at the Erongo Rocks campsite near Omaruru. The event is a collaborative effort between Erongo Rocks and Urban Friction and features various activities for adventure seekers. Owner of Erongo Rocks campsite and organizer of the event, Didi Rust, said he decided to host the event because he is passionate about rock climbing. So for those who are interested, no previous experience is needed, as the owner of Urban Friction, Richard Ford, will be on hand to share his expertise as the instructor of the day. So we find ourselves here in Walt Duc at the Namibian Tourism Expo, and now we are going to add some local flavor to all the activities and the fun here at the Tourism Expo. As you can see, the lineup for today includes comedian Tap, some gin tasting, and then it will be Dylan Oliver Von Arends, here all the way from the coast. Von is here representing the coast, and then we'll have Ivan Roo, DJ Cellos, and then moving on to the 7th of November, that's now Saturday, which will be the last day of the action. Big Mitch, the bridal competition will conclude. We'll have KG, beer tasting, and then Rush Shema. Definitely some local acts not to be missed. So come around and join us for some local flavor here at the Namibian Tourism Expo.
Okay, so we are here with 3 of Rubber Duc. So how are you guys today?
Fantastic.
Okay, it's lovely to be here with you guys. So I'm going to ask you first, Emil. Cool. Where does Rubber Duc come from? Where did you guys start?
So we're a band from Johannesburg, South Africa. We started roughly 5-6 years ago. And yeah, it was just a bunch of guys who like to jam together. And Nick, that cool guy, and another cool guy named Brendan, who's just get to be on the camera. Started writing some songs and started jamming together, and they just built up some momentum. And yeah, the band got bigger over time, and we find ourselves in Namibia now. So it's quite a vibe.
Lovely.
Quite a journey.
So a true garage band story.
None of our parents had a nice house with a garage, so not really, but yes.
Almost.
From
So close.
Grassroots or concrete floor story to Namibia now, which is awesome.
Lovely. So this guy next to me, he calls himself Sticks. And
Yeah, no one else calls him Sticks. He calls
I
himself
feel like I got a whole t-shirt made for me with my name on the back, okay?
Yes. Show them.
Sticks.
Sticks.
But I didn't make it though. I didn't make it.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about the highlights so far in the journey with Rubber Duc?
Yeah, it's been really
I
good.
think
You know which one.
The coolest, Splashy Fen. Hey?
Drakensberg, what? Boys
Oh,
Choir.
Drakensberg Boys Choir. Okay, there's a few of them.
Yeah.
But definitely playing with the Drakens, playing music with the Drakensberg Boys Choir was...
Yeah.
Is there tension in the band over your favorite moment, or?
Well, I think so. I think we all have different... we are
Yeah.
each individuals.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And, yeah.
But playing
But
with
Drakensberg
the Drakensberg
Boys
Boys
Choir
Choir was
up there.
when they're singing your music behind you.
Yeah.
When you're playing songs and you can just hear this wall of noise coming
Yeah.
from
Beautiful
the boys. Beautiful noise.
80 young, pubescent, young gentlemen
Like baby angels.
singing like baby angels.
Singing like
It's a
baby angels
wonderful
behind
thing.
us.
It's
Yeah.
a wonderful thing.
Lovely, and then I'm going to ask our gentleman there at the end of the line, where does the name Rubber Duc come from? Have I overstepped the line?
It's a French origin. What is it?
Yeah,
Rubber.
it's French.
Rubber Duc.
Duke is actually means you're Duke of something. So in this case, we're Duke of Rubber.
Yeah.
And
Of royal descent.
of royal descent.
Of rubber.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what Rubber means.
Rubber, yeah, so it's actually Rubber Duc. When we play in France, it wasn't
Or
received
Paris.
well. Or Paris, yeah, it wasn't received that well. That's why we have never played in France. But
Or Paris.
Quite offensive actually in French, but
yeah,
it's okay.
yeah.
And Rubber Duc was taken, so we couldn't.
Okay, so can you tell me a little bit about when you look at the band that stands before you today? This, your two bandmates here, the bandmates behind the camera. What has changed? How have you guys evolved in this process?
Well, we've all gotten older. I've put on a lot more weight. I used to not look as round, but I think being in a band is quite fun. You get to travel, eat pies at garages, which is cool. We obviously don't make a lot of money, so that's why we're eating pies at garages. But yeah, I think we're a close-knit bunch of guys who enjoy what we do. I think we write some pretty cool songs. Nick is a new very cool song coming out 11th of November. Come Again. It sounds like a place in Namibia, but it's not about that place in Namibia. It's just a song.
That does sound like a place in Namibia.
Someone else interviewed us today, and she's from Khama.
She said you must never come again because it's you don't go there. So it's so remote.
I misunderstood.
Okay, lovely. So, Mr. Sticks, can you tell us a little bit about the process behind the single that's about to come out?
I think you should ask that, Oak.
Yeah, ask the other things.
So we work out of a studio with Hugo Ludic from the band Adam. His brother is Stefan Ludic. Apparently, he's a lot more famous than Hugo. So we work out of a studio in Boskra, South Africa, and we wrote a song called "Come Again" that we actually initially were briefed to write for K-pop, for a K-pop act. And we decided, you know what, let's release it as Rubber Duc featuring Adam. So that song comes out on the 11th of November. We're really excited for it.
Almost?
And
Summer anthem.
Summer anthem. Yeah, it's going to be very, very cool. So that's the background to the song.
Okay. So I'm going...
Can I ask him a question?
Yeah, sure.
So Nick, how does it feel being the oldest, newest member in Rubber Duc?
It's quite great.
What does that mean?
What does it mean?
It means that these guys took their sweet ass time to ask me to play in this band. And they are like the luckiest people because I'm actually quite... This is the... Well, no, thank you, personally. But I was just going to say patient, you know. It shows, like you were saying, how the band members have grown. I've shown them my patience. But that's kind of where it stops now. We're not so patient anymore. I don't think.
Okay. And then I have a last question for you. What's your favorite thing about Namibia from what you've seen so far?
It's the people. The people in Namibia are awesome. From our lovely tour guide, to our lovely on-site managers, to everybody else who's involved. I think Namibian people are awesome.
We had people pay for 16 of our shots last night. Yeah, suddenly the bill was paid. We were like, what?
That never happens in Joburg. Usually the bill is left, and then whoever's lost is like, dang. You know?
Okay, so that was a lovely time with Rubber Duc. So remember to keep your Nam flavor and show it to them when you see them at the Namibia Tourism Expo. Now today we find ourselves at Farm 37, Walvis Bay. This is part of government's plan as well as the local municipality to decongest certain settlements in Quisopmont. Now today is a very joyous occasion as some of the residents are going to receive land ownership certificates stating that they are indeed going to receive a plot or piece of land here at Farm 37 to build their own house. Now Farm 37 you find on the road as you travel to Utusep or to Kobabep in Walvis Bay. Construction is currently happening right here at Farm 37 for the services, water, sewerage. Erongo Talk, our community, your news.
for the weather as well as the tides. The sun was out between 11 minutes past 6 and 16 minutes past 6 and will set between 8 minutes past 7 and 16 minutes past 7 today for all the major towns in the Erongo region. The first low tide arrived at 8 minutes past 12, with the second low tide due at 25 to 1, and then the first high tide was at 23 minutes past 6, with the second high tide flowing in at 29 minutes to 7. The best fishing time for today is 3 minutes to 5, and then also a minute to 6. For Saturday it will be 3 minutes past 6 to 5 minutes past 7, and for Sunday you can go fishing between 26 minutes to 4 and 24 minutes to 5. Walvis Bay will experience a maximum of 20 with a 15 km per hour westerly wind in the area today, a minimum of 15 and a maximum of 20 predicted for Saturday, and a minimum of 14 and a maximum of 21 for Sunday. Swakopmund will experience a maximum of 18 and a 13 km west-southwesterly wind today, a minimum of 14 and a maximum of 18 is predicted for Saturday, and a minimum of 14 and a maximum of 18 for Sunday. Henties Bay will experience a maximum of 18 and a 13 km per hour southwesterly wind today, a minimum of 14 and a maximum of 18 is predicted for Saturday, and a minimum of 15 and a maximum of 18 for Sunday. Now moving a bit inland, Arandis will experience a maximum of 27 with a 13 km per hour southwesterly wind today, a minimum of 11 and a maximum of 27 is predicted for Saturday, and a minimum of 11 and a maximum of 26 for Sunday. Usakos will experience a maximum of 34 and a 11 kilometers per hour southern wind today. A minimum of 9 and a maximum of 35 is predicted for Saturday, with a minimum of 12 and a maximum of 34 predicted for Sunday. Karibib will experience a maximum of 34 and a 11 kilometer per hour westerly wind today. A minimum of 11 and a maximum of 35 is predicted for Saturday, with a minimum of 10 and a maximum of 35 predicted for Sunday. And finally, Omaruru will experience a maximum of 35 with a 9 km per hour southwesterly wind today. A minimum of 12 and a maximum of 37 is predicted for Saturday, and a minimum of 13 and a maximum of 36 is predicted for Sunday. That concludes the tides and weather prediction for today and the upcoming weekend. Yes, I hope you've enjoyed the content of today's show. You're most welcome to join us at the NTE here at SKW, as well as our family of over 70,000 online followers. And then click on the links on our Facebook page to access any of the stories we talked about, information about services, as well as adverts on our website. And that's www.erongo.com.na for you. And if you need to advertise or promote a product or your company, this is the place for you to be. So if you want to put your business on the map, send us a WhatsApp at 0811700040, and we will get in touch with you. You are also most welcome to drop us clips of what's happening in your community. Remember, the invincible enemy COVID-19 is a reality and still among us, so protect yourself, stay sanitized, and keep your social distancing. Cheerio.
Especially now in Namibia, this is Master KG, and I'm sure you guys are ready for the 10 degrees South Namibia Tourism Expo that is happening from the 4th until the 7th of November. Me, Master KG, I'll be there dancing with you on the 5th of November.
Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami ilondoloze 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 zungangishilana ilondoloze 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 zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze